conditions far from ideal. The circuit having been changed 3 times in total today, and the race leader in the picture now, and it's Graham Noyce who's gone into the lead. Graham Noyce, number 1, has gone into the lead. That's David Watson in 2nd place now. There's Graham Noyce on the factory Honda. Graham Noyce, one of the finest motocrossers of certainly the past 5 years. Whether he's great enough to be put in the top 10. There's Geoffrey Mays, a former British champion. Certainly not Geoffrey's day today, but as I said before, everybody's been on their air today, and some more than once. And there, though, is the man who is trying to make up for some disappointing performances in the first 2 races here today. Former 500cc world champion, 5 times British champion, Graham Noyce on the Honda. Well, he looks as though he's a little happy with the conditions now, Vic.
Yeah, obviously I think Graham had a lot to prove for himself, you know, and this is why he's going for it now. But I'm sure this is a make-or-break year for Graham as far as trying to win back the world title. And these early season meetings are important for him to get back up his confidence.
Well, he's been practicing hard in California during the winter. He wasn't allowed to ride in the Californian Winter Series. It's not an international event, and the ACU put the block on Graham racing in that particular championship. But he's been doing a lot of practice, and certainly that practice seems to be paying off this afternoon here at Hadley. Graham Noyce, the race leader, in 2nd place at the moment. David Watson, number 3. 3rd place, number 12, David Thorpe, who has won the previous 2 races this afternoon. And down in 4th place, Roger Harvey. That is the race leader going over the top of the hill. Rear wheel just steps in to the left as he goes over that adverse cambered climb. Certainly Graham look on a lot easier.
Yeah, Graham, we can see now, he's out in his own and he can relax a bit. He's like just picking his lines, making sure work, there's nobody in the lines ahead. He'll have a quick look up every now and again, just to make sure work the road is clear ahead. This is a very tricky part for Graham, but he's coming off one wheel and he's really got some confidence up now. It'll be interesting to see just how far he presses on, or if he's going to settle for a steady 10 seconds or so lead. This is one of the more difficult parts of the course because, you know, it's very, very deep in mud, and if you get in one of these deep ruts, it is easy to stall them.
Well, though, Graham Noyce is looking as if he's finding the right rut around the circuit. David Watson isn't, because glanced out of the commentary position, and there was David on his ear again, and so he's dropped back another couple of places, and that will move David Thorpe, the man who's been in supreme form this afternoon. It'll move him up another place. But whether he can catch Graham Noyce is an entirely different matter. There's David Watson. He's dropped back a couple of places now. Graham Noyce out in front, and it will be David Thorpe who should be up into 2nd place. David Thorpe, number 12. Graham Noyce, the man leading this race, had a disappointing outing in the previous 2, finished 2nd after having 2 quite serious blocks on the hill on the in the first leg. After the first leg, the circuit drastically changed and changed yet again for this 3rd leg. And despite that fall, in fact, Watson is still in 2nd place. David Watson, number 3, still in 2nd place. David Thorpe is still down in 3rd spot. So the order at the moment: number 1, the man in the picture, Graham Noyce. 2nd place is number 3, David Watson. 3rd is number 12, and down in 4th place now, number 33, Cameron Knox from Torquay. A fair trot from down in Devon to come here for this little muddy morass, but Cameron doing well, finished 2nd in the 2nd leg and having a good ride this time out. There's David Thorpe. Well, David can afford to relax a little bit this time, Vic. He's done the hard work in the first 2 legs.
Yeah, I think you can see the difference in the styles. You know, Graham's a real forcer, and he's always achieved his success by forcing on really hard. David is the more stylish of the 2 riders, and he's in a very relaxed position just now because he knows he's got a few places to drop and still win it. So he's really got it easy at the moment.
Well, David Thorpe, of course, in trouble with a broken leg last year, an injury that looked as though it was going to put him out of racing. He's made a phenomenal comeback, hasn't he?
Well, obviously, you know, in such an early part of his career, it's a big setback and more psychological than anything. But he's overcome it now, and I'm sure he's going to be a real big threat in the World Championships this year.
Well, Graham Noyce knows all about broken legs because 1980 was one that he had problems seriously breaking his leg, but no problems with injury, no problems with the motorcycle, no problems with the track on this particular race for Graham Noyce. Graham Noyce, the race leader, just carefully picking his way. How far ahead will Graham be actually looking at the track at the moment, Vic? How many feet in front of him?
Well, I think before he comes to corner, he'll have a quick look up just to make sure the track is clear, then concentrating straight in front of him, maybe 10, 15 feet, just to pick the line he's going to use.
Noyce up the bank. And Graham really beginning to enjoy himself. Graham, 24 years old. Another fine example of the British schoolboy scene that's turning out some wonderful riders.
Yeah, this is where Graham's got to watch now. He's got in this rut, he's got to follow a rider, a quick look up, change his line, get away from the rider in the middle of the track and use his own line. Something's happened here. Graham used a completely new one, had to pull the clutch in and right down the hill with the clutch in, which is really completely wrong, but it was just a panic move.
Well, Noyce out on the last lap, so despite that little momentary panic, not so far to go now, less than half a lap to the checkered flag, and it looks as though Noyce, barring some terrible misfortune, is going to win this race to make up for the problems he's had earlier. Dave Watson at the moment lies in second place. David Thorpe is in third spot. There's the race leader, Graham Noyce, looking good. Noyce finding the rut there, slotting the bike in the rut, winds the power on. How much power do these bikes turn out now, Vic?
Well, this Honda will be producing between 55 and 60 brake horsepower, which is a lot of power for a light motorcycle.
Well, indeed it is, and the checkered flag there for the race winner in this third leg. Wait now for David Watson, who should go through number 3. He should take second place man. And some very tired and weary motocross riders gently going over the line. And Graham Noyce's supremacy is so much that he lapped everybody but the second and third men. There's David Watson going over the line, so Watson successfully over the line. Graham Noyce the winner, Dave Watson in second place, and David Thorpe coming through to take third.
South and west of the capital, returning there for a brief rest.